Okay, I'm going to be quick and to the point. I'm getting back to my room from Arapahoe County Courthouse. For the second time, the law firm I had a consultation with blew me off. They didn't hold the consultation. They didn't call me back. They didn't call to reschedule. They must be on the side of the KKK, the skinheads, the neo-Nazis, and the street mafiosos like Black Mafia, African Mafia, CMG, that have been working with them against me nonstop since 2010. The affidavit that I saw in 2008 that the detective filled out to get the warrant for my arrest has been sealed. The police report that went with it has been sealed. They put this one in there. It's very different from the one that they gave me when I was in court, when I was in jail in 2007. This one right here, the one that had the deputy district attorney's handwriting on the back with the deal they were offering me. Not only did they deny me 6.5 months pre-sentence confinement credit time, they never gave me a copy of the police report. This was filed February 8th, 2007, the day I was arrested. Why in court give me this? You'd give me this, like the law requires. On top of that, on this I need to cover up some of the names. But if you look at the case number on this, it's the exact same as the case number on this. But this here is a bond for someone else with the same case file as mine. Makes it real easy to shuffle paperwork between cases when you have repeating files. Anyway, my whole point is this. The fact that I went down there and I couldn't even see the whole file because they sealed it. What was sealed isn't what I saw after I got out of prison, but it's this. It's exactly what I said. When you look at the reality that while I was on parole, I was fighting for 6.5 months pre-sentence confinement credit time, went through all of that. How I called the U.S. Attorney General's office to try and press charges over RICO statutes. And they told me that I was harassing them. They didn't know me, and I was on parole. If I called them one more time, they was going to press harassment charges against me. That means the U.S. Attorney General's office wasn't willing to try and turn over no stones or deal with no scandal over a black man on parole, since a whole bunch of white people was making sure that under color of state law, they fucked his life over. I did well enough in fighting in court cases that come 2010, they hand the mantle over to Black Mafia, African Mafia, CMGs, and Mary Elizabeth Henson the snitch. They skinhead neo-Nazi juggalo on the streets for them. What it comes down to is this. When this was a crime a white man did, the police set up a black man for it. The courts go for it. The U.S. Attorney General's office won't touch it. When they're committing RICO statute violations as a state authority against one of their own citizens. When Amnesty International won't contact me back. The UN wouldn't contact me back. I've been through so much trying to get help. And what it comes down to is, hey, if this is the way the world is, fine. It's the way the world is. I just know that in this country, between the racist devil worshippers underground and the racist devil worshippers overground, if I get a jaywalking ticket, they'll use against me something I never did. Because they have it in writing. And I'm a black man who spent most of his life homeless. Who can I call for help? They can pick up the phone. Hey, is the police? What? Go talk to the mayor? Executive branch. Go talk to someone that makes laws. Legislative branch. And they're judicial. They enforce all that. Who am I going to call? The guy that sells hot dogs on the corner? Because of these realities, I'm not safe in this country. It's been this way for me for 30 years. When you've seen police involved in raping people while wearing their uniforms, from 88 to 2011. And I've seen it in Colorado since 88 all the way to 2011. And those officers are the people that are being protected just because I'm black and Christian. China was right. The U.S. civil rights record doesn't match theirs now. Their human rights abuses for the U.S.A. is just terrible. And the country's too clicked up for anybody to really do anything about it. Because the boys in blue got their blue code. The gangsters got their G code. The mafiosos got their code. And they all working together. When you look at the reality of everything that's been implanted in my brain and body, how long I've been experimented on, and the truth of all of that, racial and religious persecution ain't going nowhere soon for me. Not in this country. They first tried to enslave me in 1988, and now all of a sudden their street connections is going hard to the paint where they left off, because they tired of me standing up for myself as a U.S. citizen with constitutional protections. When it comes to the powers that be in this country, as long as I'm the only one who acknowledges my constitutional protections and rights, I'm in the wrong place. Because all they'll do is set shit up. And I'm experimented on all over again. I'll get my asylum soon enough. Somebody's been doing something to clear up a lot of that initial damage that was done from West End Flats. Right on. I still have no faith. Not in this country, not anymore, not in the Constitution. Or rather, in it being protected for the country, by the country. Because of 30 years of my life. If it works for you, great. You may be one of the people that's been benefiting off of all of this. You don't have no problem turning a blind eye while they screw over a lone black parolee. Even if you black. I do, because it's my life. This crack I was pushed in and a foot put over it, I'm pushing that foot off. All this freedom we're supposed to have, sorry, I'd be freer in communist China. May the blessings of the Lord be upon you in Jesus' name. I love you, human family. One last thing. That communist China comment was in no way, shape, or form a dig at China. 1776, the U.S.A. filed, or didn't file, but declared their independence. China's calendar is like the Hebrew calendar. It's over the year 5000. They're one of the oldest nations on the planet. They're doing something right. I'd rather be there than here. Think about it.